Can devs do something? I have overinvested by a lot.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. It is the weekly candle close stream, so we are congregating here today for tradition and the candle that represents 7 days of trading. Concluding, right? So, if you can even believe it, Bitcoin has not made a lower low yet. That's just reality. Bitcoin has not broken below $25,350, which is a low from May of 2022, a high from February of 2023, and more recently in June. Mid-June of this year. Buyers defended it. But here we are, some sort of like low to high 886. But if you want to know like how deep the retrace has been from the November 2022 low to the highest high of the rally, which took Bitcoin up over 80% in value, that is a 38% retrace we have now achieved for the first time. And that is the beginning of the golden zone. So common retraces, if they're significant, there you go. I mean, that's it. So you're just at the tip top of that, where even going to 21,724 is really not going to be that big a deal. But yeah, technically no damage has been done. I mean, like until 25,350 breaks, you take out the previous discernible swing low, like for real, and there's follow through. I mean, the trend's still like, I mean, okay, so if it pivoted now, it would literally be the highest low of the uptrend that it's been in since the bottom, again, in December, the bottom was put in, or whatever, November. Okay, so you just, and to assume that it's over for Bitcoin, you'll just be a statistic, man. You'll just be like one of those people that thought you knew just because it was bad. You just assumed we were going to 20K next because it's so close to breaking that support, but hasn't yet. The only thing that could have really been assumed with some confidence was if buyers were unable to defend at $28,800, the next target was $25,350. Boom. Within a couple days, within a few days, you saw that. I mean, you had like warning signs. I mean, I was at the airport, saw this on my freaking phone. Okay. A daily candle close confirmed below 28,800. So you were even given that luxury. Then the next day was the collapse. Okay. And it didn't even, that collapse, you know, it was like a two-parter. Like the big flush was near the end of this day. And I'm just saying, right? I mean, it's all about the levels, and you're at the next level, and you can't assume anything beyond that. So at the same time, no real edge that you could say. Only thing is extremely oversold. I mean, the 4 hour saw 2 intra-candle. 2. That had never happened before. The daily got as low as we had seen since the COVID crash nadir, right? When Bitcoin hit $3,850, right around there. The RSI on the daily hit 15.6, probably lower, but pulled back. And so probably here too. So I mean, 38.50 and then 26,000. So your price is substantially higher, with the RSI being the same levels, you know, as you saw when Bitcoin was way lower. So you have to let the data dictate things, and the data is no lower low, and before this potential higher low, if it happens, the highest high. Though we do understand there was weekly classic Class B bearish divergence that had been identified and discussed. Anytime we look at the weekly, this is the main thing to talk about. We've been talking about, right? One high, then the highest high, or the same high really, with much lower levels of momentum. So, okay, play it out. Bearish and golden candle will be confirmed in less than 1 hour. It will be confirmed a break and weekly close below the 200 simple moving average on this time scale, the weekly. And the negative momentum will be confirmed at its negative momentum at its highest level since July of last year. You just don't know how much negative momentum will build after this close. Pretty bad. Your RSI on the weekly is sitting very neutral, 46.8. That's about it, man. I mean, that's your update. Okay? It's all eyes on $25,350. Because below that is $20K. Just make no mistake, $20,000 below $25,350. Below $25,350, the argument then actually is potential trend reversal. But that hasn't happened. So, all right. There's your update on Bitcoin. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's go to Ethereum. That at the same time, similar situation. Well, I mean, horizontally, it's a 1420 target. Below 1730, probably 1420. You don't have, I mean, you're just at this local low from mid-June. I guess you could call it a high from October, but the big one was always 1730. Broke the demand line, broke critical supports, broke the 200-day simple moving average, but just not quite a lower low, about the same low. So if you head on down to 1420, the trend's reversing, right? Where you made your highest high, then a lower high, then a lower low than the previous low, then the same high, then a lower low, then you rally off that, you make a lower high. Okay, you're trending downward. But let's look at the weekly. That negative momentum, my goodness, going to be at its highest level since July of last year. And testing the 200-week simple moving average and holding it for now. You're not, by the looks of it, you will not see the 200-week moving average being broken like Bitcoin. But again, it's just all about that one time, then the second time. Like the levels from history were not just rejected once, they were rejected twice. So again, I mean, I think your target's 1420 to 1365 on the weekly until you get back above 1730. I don't think there's much support here. Bitcoin's kind of got a little bit, but not really Ethereum. So, bro, really gonna be okay. All right, so that's your Ethereum and your Bitcoin weekly updates. If we can go to BNB, if you want to see it, it's sight to behold, isn't it? Got plenty of alerts set up, don't I? I'm just not saying I'm excited about it. I just am interested in the price action we've seen from May of last year all the way to now, to April of this year. Just the complete and utter failure from the buyers to break the level of all levels. You know for a fact it's so real. And now you're just back at the support. You've lost the West, CZ. You have lost it completely. And you are now below the meat and potatoes of the support resistance. It's like this zone. It's like Bitcoin's got 31K, 30K, 28.8. They're just, it happens like that sometimes. You have to know it's a zone. It's not one price. Well, BNB's got this 211, 220, 225, where they're just different prices by a few dollars where the reversal happened. And so I like regarding them, and I'm not going to rule out, you just don't rule out. You learn that. Assuming just because it's one time doesn't mean the buyers are going to defend it this time. It's there. And there was a violent reversal May 23rd, 2021. And there was an actual back test of that in July of 2022. So you just, no assumptions. Severely oversold. And could be working on that classic bullish divergence. If the buyers come in, you could be finding that sellers are extremely exhausted. It would be the second test. This is your first one. Here's your second one. I'm not ruling out that they couldn't keep the price propped up and it runs. It goes on a scrub run and you turn into some sort of bearish shark or something. But I have no optimism for anything like this. I mean, that type of stuff could happen, sure. I'm not going to be the one longing it to see if it plays. I'm just an observer here. And I understand the context of the market conditions. It's not good. And that, like, to me, all this right here, that's an argument. That's buyers being like, okay, this is what we got. It's all public. You can see it on a chart. We can't report our numbers. We can't report our earnings or how much money we make, or, you know, if we're creating spoof accounts, but we can report on a chart what market participants are doing, the buyers are doing, and pathetic, no demand. That's what that says right there, to me anyway. And from what I've learned, and you just rolled over, you broke the bear flag, and there's just more downside. Measured move would take you to the third target of the short trade setup that was posted, my God, back in like, yeah, it was back early May, late April, early May. Yeah, 183.40. There could be a bounce there, but that's where the trade would be complete with the third target hit of the three. But unfortunately, if you're below $211, $200, it's a $40 target. $40. And yeah, like extremely bearish wave structures there too. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself or anything, but all you have to do, you can see it set up. I mean, that's a deep retrace on B and a lower high on C. If you're now in the midst of the large wave, the extension wave, well, 786 on B, roughly a few percentage points off, then minimum 1272. And this idea is valid, even if, you know, like bullish divergence, it looks like it's trying to develop. If like buyers can hold on a little bit, I think CZ knows that if he holds on to this a little bit more, it's going to imply on the chart actually that there is seller exhaustion, and you might get a rally off this big inflection zone. And so even if you get something like this, the argument does not become invalid until the buyers take out this previous high from April 15th, our C point. So, I mean, it just would delay, you know, the idea. So good luck, CZ. It's him against the world, like for real, dude. Yeah, I mean, orange juice, all-time highs almost every day. It is a dream world over there. It's like you wouldn't even know what's happening on crypto if all you cared about was OJ. Now think about the harmonic structure if it went to the maximum threshold. Well, you're talking a 1618. And you're talking about $50 to $54 down there. And again, that's very close to an actual level that makes sense from June of 2019 a peak. And, you know, around $40. I would say even $50 is a Binance pizza party. I'll do a stream. It'll be pizza themed. I might be a piece of pizza. Who knows, man? We have so much unlimited capability with technology to do a pizza party harder than anyone's ever done it on a live stream in the world. Okay? So you want to stand by for that. You want to have your alerts set up below 211. Things are going to get really weird. For the, I mean, what was once one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, okay, that lost the West. All right, let's go to XRP. I know we got a few more. I don't know, like you must be, you're doing it, man. I mean, buyers are defending 51 cents. They're trying to anyway. Look, I mean, you go back, here it is. You cannot argue with what's happening right now. XRP buyers keeping the price, getting the price back above a June of 2019 low. But then you look and you see how real it is. I mean, a couple times in history, June 2021, July 2021, buyers defended it again before a huge rally ensued. And so you're above that, man. In an uptrend. You are in an uptrend. It's crazy to say. You're above the 200-day simple moving average. I mean, it might be crazy to even think about it. Just something like that. I mean, if you're just trying to spitball on risk management, it could easily fail. I don't have any confidence in it. I just know what 51 cents means. You're currently at 54 cents. All those stops got triggered, every one of them, man, right? If you had them, they were triggered. But now, hey, the dust has settled. You were oversold. You were at your lowest RSI reading, my God, since I think May of 2022 when it bottomed out, and then here we are making just another higher low. And it's real, a real higher low. Something to think about. Again, it's crypto. Crypto is like dead these days completely. It's just not a good market. But you can't argue with the fact that a level is being defended as I'm speaking to you. Right? Oh my God, it's XRP, haha, funny, haha. But if it was below 50 cents, I'd be singing a different tune. But it's above it right now, and the 200-week simple moving average is also being defended. So currently, I mean, this is unlike Bitcoin. Bitcoin's below the 200-week moving average. Bitcoin's below the 200-day moving average. XRP is above its 200 moving average weekly and daily. Do not count out XRP when it's above this level and what it's doing with the price action. Do not count it out. I'd make fun of this if it was below 50 cents and staying below 50 cents. It's not doing that. So, okay. But dude, those are the big four, right? I mean, there's so much more out there in the world of crypto, right? I mean, yeah, so much, dude. You got any S-coins you want to look at? Give you all a second. I mean, what? There's some bad stuff out there, man. Let's just go take a look at a random. This is a wild card random S-coin look. I need a graphic and an audio file for that. S-coin, wild card, S-coin. Or something, and then explosions like TA respected. Look at RUNE. I don't know, whatever this joke is. About to make its lowest weekly candle close since effing March 2020. Multi-year lows on the close. 3.3 pennies is upon ye. So you still got massive downside potential from where you are right now. Technically speaking, we're talking about levels, man. You got another 30% downside on RUNE. That was your random loser S-coin of the evening. But dude, it's wedging or something. No, it's just lower highs, lower lows, and it's at the basement. Everyone understands that. No one's saying it's not at the basement, but there's still a little bit more to go. If you look 2018, 2019, multiple times, 2020, it is there, but it has not seen that. So it would, if you were going to do anything with it, you'd wait for the asset to lose another 30% of its value. That's it. Dude, what about Dogecoin, man? Here's your Dogecoin, your weekly Dogecoin. About to make its lowest weekly close since June, mid-June of this year. But man, what's up with this one high, the second high, then the lower high? It's just gross. What's up, Andy, man?
Andy, man, tipped $30. Can you take a look at STEM and RUNE?
Yeah, we'll do it after total, you know. Of course you want to hear about the totals. Thank you. So thank you. Really, I appreciate that contribution. I really do. Sometimes I feel like, man, someone will come in and tip, and like I say I'm grateful and thank you, and then I move on like really fast, and it's almost like, am I coming off as I'm ungrateful? Because I'm really grateful for that. But it's just like for the continuity of the stream, I try to get right back into it. People have limited time. They got kids, they got a wife, they got work, they got things going on, so try to stick to it. What's up, Can-Am Trails? Thank you, dude, for the $20 super chat and the super sticker that said number 1 with balloons, freaking party balloons, and it was his first one. Can we please get some for Can-Am Trails? Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. 100% crowdsourced stream, so I'm pure. I'm not shilling anything. I'm advocating for traditional technical analysis. It's been studied for over 100 years. And we honor those people that some are alive, some are dead. They are legends. I am a mere conduit of the work they put in with their life. So thank you, dude. Okay. So, I mean, just like, Doge, you look at it, it's okay, 5.8 cents here, but I hate it below 6.5 cents. It's just bad price action, man. It's like confirmed distribution, confirmed lower high than the previous high, than the previous high, than the previous highs. And then you made another lower high. You're well below the 200-week simple moving average. It's just miserable. It doesn't matter if it reverses. It would not be based on TA that it reverses. You're just at the support, and after testing it and testing it and testing it and making lower lows, bad asset. I don't care what it does next. Like, you're looking for assets to be making higher lows, breaking resistance, getting above 200-week moving averages, testing resistance, and getting close, and massive bullish engulfing candles. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the inverse of the Doge chart on the weekly. All right, just garbage. Let's look at total. Jonathan, how's everything going, man? Did you have a good weekend covering all these fires that are the climate? What is it? The eco-terrorist looking forward for communism taking over.
I like turtles.
All right. Thanks so much, Jonathan, for your input.
There's bears out here.
Okay. Total is, it's a range, a clear range. There's a demand line I drew for fun, whatever. I don't really care. Like, I'm not going to take action on it. I'm just looking at the price action correlate. It could be tomorrow easily. Dude, things are so nuclear oversold on this market that a reflexive rally could easily happen here. I mean, these things are like this 886, 95% retrace. I mean, it's a little wave structure. You could look at it like a shark, and anytime you have a completed shark, there could be a reaction, and I'm just not that concerned. Like, I don't think, like, you just can't be surprised if something just gets demolished like this. We're seeing the lowest RSI reading ever on Bitcoin on the 4-hour. It happened. You complete M shapes like this, even if it's in weird context. You just can't be surprised if some sort of reaction happens. Even if a lower high gets put in the previous high, you just can't be. So it's just like, what I'm saying is it's a terrible environment for a short right now. Like, you're just high risk for shorting because of this being here. All right. But yeah, if we're talking about a range, you're in the middle of a range now. You were at the top of the range and you rejected it twice. All right, what was this one? Was it RUNE, you said? Bro, the weather's changing. Give me trillions of dollars and let me put up surveillance and let me control your life forever. Let me take away your civil liberties and your rights because of the weather. Please. Okay, I guess. That's what's happening. Do not cave to this. These people are creating crises because they understand the last one. It gave them so much unchecked power. So why don't they create another crisis? They're doing it. They're working on it. You think Klaus Schwab, the effing Nazi, is done? Oh my God, he's just begun. Don't believe it, man. All right, here's RUNE. He wanted RUNE. I mean, besides the supply line being broken, there's just not much. It made its lowest low of the entire downtrend. I mean, there might have been some support. I guess. High, low from 2020. Maybe a butterfly. There wasn't any divergence. It was like bearish convergence on the RSI. What about the MACD? Nah, I mean, maybe some bullshit. It would have been really tough there, man. It'd have been really tough to be like, oh, I'm going to long this and make bank off that. I mean, maybe above 107. But yeah, it's maybe a short squeeze. Call me when it breaks 195. Call me. Because that's the next high. But yeah, anything above 143, I mean, that's about it.
What's up, Mom? $INJ Weekly.
$3.
Looks a little toppy, but higher highs, higher lows. Thoughtful face. Thoughts.
What's up, Charizard, man? Thank you, dude. For the string of super chats. Yeah, dude. We'll look at ING. All right. Look at it. So, I don't know, man. I look at this and, you requested it and high volume on the pumps. That's great. But is there anything to do now? No. No, there's no action one could take as I speak to you. It's gone. It's blasted off. It's anomalous, right? This is something that happens every week, man, every day. There's an S-coin out, a random S-coin that does this. But then it normally ends up just pumping, continuing a little bit more, and then it just collapses later. It'll come back a month or two, and it'll be back at $1 or lower. Basement prices, but the trend is still bearish, right? You remember what has to happen for a trend to reverse? Like a multitude of higher highs, higher lows consecutively. And if the most recent discernible event you would think on the daily is the lowest low, it's not an uptrend. You want to see a pullback, and you want to see another higher low come in, and then a rally, same high, then some sort of like recognizable pattern. You know, you're looking for that. I don't really see much. Nice breakout though. Cool. All right. You bought 80 cents. Okay. Well, I mean, a target. I think if someone was playing an 80 cent long, I thought, why would 196 not be a profit taking level, right? If you somehow got in at literally the lowest low somehow, how is this price not a take profit? I'm just wondering. It's like the major previous high. If an asset's in a downtrend, most of the time they don't even rival their previous highs, but you're at it. I mean, that would definitely be a take profit. And then above that, you know, okay, $3. Above $2. So, you know, just total this M shape. I don't really again, I'm not going to long a shark here. I'm just telling you, if you're just like, oh, it's going to collapse right now. I mean, like, and it could. Certainly enough things have happened for, you know, continuation. But again, the speed and the rate at which it dropped, the RSI being so oversold, those oscillators most of the time need to reset. And when they reset, you normally get these little scrub rallies, and you end up making lower highs, and then, you know, the shorts get squeezed and liquidated, and then you roll over later only after putting in a lower high than the previous high. So, like, you know, it could like actually react here and run up, and everyone's like, oh, we're safe again, and then this later, you know, like a real nice perfect back test of 1.13 trillion, that high from 2021, early and mid 2021, and that would wreck everybody, right? I mean, no, if it goes up here and starts rolling over, it might be a short trade setup. It might be perfect, you know, because then all of a sudden you got like a high, the lower high, then a third lower high. What? So again, I'm just saying, right, until data presents itself on Bitcoin that has the characteristics of a trend reversal, it's not reversing its trend. It's very, very close. It is stupidly close. 25,350 is the line of the sand, but buyers defended it. They did that. You cannot argue. All right, let's see, another one was, okay, you wanted STEM, which I typed in STEM, and there's no such thing as STEM. It's STRM. Andy, you got something to say about that? STEM being, you misspelled it or something, dude? Yeah, I'm gonna move on until you let me know, okay, what you meant. INJ. It's the weekly. He wants the weekly. Yeah, it looks like a bullish 5-0. I mean, that's nice, dude. Look, dude, this trend is pretty good. I mean, it could be the reversal of the overall trend if buyers over time are unable to take out these highs from April and July. But I remember in the crypto bull trend, you'll see these patterns develop and they'll just perform meh. Okay, they'll retrace between 61% and 50%. And that's a bullish 5-0. Yeah, this is like a bullish 5-0 harmonic right here, where if the trend was truly your friend, this is the bottom. Yeah, like this would be around the bottom. Like you would continue higher. You would go and retest the highs, and then it would just be like, oh, is that ascending triangle stuff? Yeah, maybe reaccumulation. Remember, you showed the bearish divergence at the pattern completion zone, price reversal zone of the shark, and it played out beautifully, but performed adequately for now. So at the same time though, 836 is an inflection point that you want to be above, not below, because below you could be seeing yourself at $5 again, as we saw just even recent history. So the trend is your friend, right? Most discernible recent events for now could possibly be the highest low, but definitely, without a doubt, the highest high, if not the same high. So when you have the same high, that's not a trend reversal just because you make the same high. A double top does not indicate the trend is reversing. When you take out the bad action magnet move or the neckline of the double top, that's when things start becoming more apparent that the trend's reversing. So that you haven't even come close. There's too much demand for the sellers to push the price down to the previous lows. So like XRP, it's still making higher lows. Bitcoin, by the skin of its A, is barely making a higher low for now, or if not the same low, which is fine. If you're in an uptrend already established and an asset makes the same low locally, or even a slightly lower low, it's still in an uptrend. It's still fine. That's the beauty of knowing the criteria of what it takes to reverse a trend. And this hasn't done it all yet. Nah, it hasn't. Not one lower low and not one lower high. Without those, there is no trend reversal. Okay. So it's okay, man. It's okay. No worries. Above the 200 moving average, more than I can say for Bitcoin. He wants the weekly. All right, we'll go to the weekly. Well, there was certainly some bearish convergence divergence on the RSI, or on the MACD histogram, just like Bitcoin. But man, if the buyers did not come in, right? I mean, this week alone, from the lowest low, the buyers have already, the prices recovered 16% from the lows this week. Pretty resilient stuff, yeah. Any higher low getting put in is just reaccumulation. Same highs with higher lows. I mean, that's ascending triangle behavior. So it's not over yet. This trend has not reversed. Okay, look, that was a request. So he paid to see it. So I'm gonna spend some time on it. Okay, I know most people don't care about Engine Coin. Frankly, I don't either. But it's kind of better than most coins that you look at out there. At least I can I can get high on some hopium right here. We go to like Tezos, bro. This is your hopium. Oh, hey man, it's gonna do it. And then like rallies off the type 2, it hits a resistance.
I know you
and then
stream every day
rolls
by
over.
the skin of your A, but how about those gains on Jupe last couple days? Sheesh.
What's up, Caleb? Man, thanks for the vibes. The Faiva. Sorry, I got these noise canceling headphones. Sometimes I can't hear myself very well. We'll look at. Oh, you really want to look at Jupe, dude? Jupiter, man. No, I can't look at Jupiter. Congratulations though on your scam pumping. If it did, yeah, thank you, dude. Tezos, right? I mean, like here's some hopium. Really, formally bearishly on the weekly back testing what was once a support. It's now a resistance. You've already put in the why? Is it? It's like below 86 cents on the weekly. It's like, I'll see you at 37 pennies. I'll see you way lower. Just, I mean, no demand, man. No follow through. No, the buyers cannot break what was once support has flipped resistance. That's bad.
F that, yes, you can look at Jupe.
Almost, man. I can almost look at it, man. There's something missing. I just can't put my finger on what I'm missing, Caleb. We're close, though. We're getting warmer. I'm feeling the radiation of the moon, of the actual planetary system of Jupiter. Okay, we're close. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I mean, like sad days for stuff like this, and VeChain, same situation. VeChain, I think, is worse. It's just all kinds of bad. Like wave structure, bearish wave structure. You got 50% downside below 2 cents, 1.78 cents. Lower. What's like the most recent discernible event on the weekly? The lowest high and the lowest low, and a bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 20 minutes.
It's the missing piece, OMG.
Oh my God. All right, well, we'll look at Jupiter. All right, we've made it into the I don't know, the cosmic space of Jupiter's planetary system, right? Because a lot of moons, but it doesn't matter. There's so much radiation, and I'm dead. So you've killed me. Thank you, dude. You look at Zcash here. I mean, it's a wedge, and okay, back testing the wedge. I guess it's about to be. Look, man. I mean, this low from November 2019, it will be confirmed broken again. So you wonder, will there be follow through this time? There's no demand. No one's buying these assets anymore, and it's for good reason, dude. It's like word has come down, man, that These don't do anything for anyone, and we are in an environment where people's savings are at their exhausted. Inflation is extremely high. Housing
FN
rates.
Jupiter Galaxy Randy Savage style.
Oh, remember, it was a $50. It's $50. It's always been that. Remember, like, we made the rule up when you came over and it was like, all right, $50 for Randy Savage, because it's so annoying that it would make people tune out, and that's what we had to sacrifice. So there has to be some sort of monetary sacrifice, yeah. But thank you, I appreciate it. We're close. I mean, we're getting closer to the atmosphere of Jupiter, I guess. And when we get inside the atmosphere, maybe I'll be Randy Savage. I don't know, man. So that's like we're about halfway there, I guess. If you're gonna make me look, dude, if I'm gonna look like an idiot, something's gotta give. Okay. How about Bitcoin Cash? Look at that. I mean, God, dude, just how sad is it? You know, this pump in 2 weeks took it up almost 300%. Back test the 200-week moving average, rejected, made a lower high than the previous high, and is collapsing again. Bearish and golden candle confirmed in 18 minutes and change. And you broke support resistance, really. It's over. I mean, the target's 133.
Do I like Nike? That's fitty.
Do it like Nike. All right. Well, gosh dang, man. You know, it was all right. We'll do it. Sarge, I will warn you when it happens. Okay, I think it's coming up. Yeah, it is. It's like the next request, dude, for real. Just looking at some of these S coins, man, how bad things are. I mean, it's like you look at Atom here. So you had a spring last year and then a spring back test in December last year, and a nice rally occurred off that spring back test. But what was the new data that presented itself, right? It was confirmed in late January that there were less market participants involved with this asset than we saw in September, than we saw in March of in 2022, right? So
Dollar stem.
Just so stock, Andy. Let me know, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll give it another shot. We'll look at that before the Randy Savage. So yeah, I mean, Atom hanging on to this 726, this peak from June of 2019. Below this is the abyss, man. I mean, at least $5. But a wave structure, right? At 786 on B, lower high on C. You better pray. I'm not here to assume that buyers aren't gonna defend it. It's just pretty awful context, because we rely on data. It's an information game, and the data is telling us there are less people than before, and you're back at support after you already had a violent couple bounces off of it. Now it's not violent anymore, and normally that type of price action manifests into a break. There's just these violent rallies. I mean, that signifies demand. There is, like, why is it rallying once, and then the new data after the first bounce? Significantly less market participants involved with this asset than before, and now you're right back in that support. That is bad. Even if it holds here and rallies, it's terrible. Make them want it. I don't think really anyone's out there being like, oh, I'm so excited about Randy Savage Jupiter S coin request. And are we in the same chat? This is not, yeah, there's no hyperpogs going on. Nah. We got 16 minutes till your weekly close. All right, so just let's look at ICX. I mean, just we'll get to these requests. Okay, I'm just look at this. I mean, again, you're about to close this asset, right? Icon, South Korean, I think, about to break.
Bigger picture request. Curious what you think of SPX in giant bullish bat or other pattern. Looking at 2020 low, 2022 high. 50% retrace, recent local top. Thanks, Captain.
What's up, random duder? Yeah, it's a bear shark cipher situation on the index funds that very real. 786, 886, Qs with the 886, the S&P 786, but with the 618 on B. So you would think it's like perfect. So it very well could be valid. I know Scott Carney doesn't like ciphers. I really don't like ciphers that much either, because my God, how much more often do you see a reaction 786 and you're like, oh, false sense of security that that's it, and then it rolls over or rallies again to the 886. So I think it's just like situation with the RSI. You want to see it oversold, showing bullish divergence in oversold territory, not in not oversold territory, because it just could end up getting oversold. So it's almost like buying low, selling high
Maxwell
situation.
Shockley is the coolest man bun having little bro ever. Hashtag he'll trade you a data's head for a future enterprise and 2 Kevin Uxbridges.
I understood a few of those words. Man bun. Wow, dude. I wish I had a little brother who had a man bun. You better not take it for granted, bro, okay? You better guide him in the right direction too, because he is your responsibility as you being a big brother, okay? I don't know any of those other words though. Okay, those other words are very confusing and kind of scary. Thank you. So ICX is about to confirm bearish candle close below a key support, and it will be the lowest weekly candle close since January 2nd, meaning like 8 months ago. Terrible. Like, how could they? Oh, that's good, man. That's like a great thing, man. Oh, bearish engulfing candle to boot. It's just all bad. Just terrible. But bro, it's gonna be fine. I mean, no, not on some of these. I don't care if it reverses the upside. It's just stuff you don't like want to put your money in when these things are happening. You wait for good stuff to happen. Okay, let's see. He said wait later, so I guess I'll go to a Stem. Stem Incorporated. All right, here we go. Here we go. Do I have memory of this place? Dude, I can't believe you double messaged, dude. Unbelievable. Chat, Diddly D said WTF twice. Unforgivable, man. All right. You know what, dude? You know what? Because of that,
you should leave immediately.
just kidding. Just kidding. No, you're good, dude. No worries. So this was a request, STEM, a stock that occasionally makes money. Most of the time it does not make money. Okay? Does not make money. This is miserable. So you just look at these levels here and understand how bad it is. I mean, you already broke all-time lows. You made them in March of last year, but now, like, those old all-time lows you painted just last year are now being regarded as resistance. You're below the 200-day moving average. I mean, I would think that you have a 374 target or an M shape, an 886 at least, where you could just visualize or imagine some sort of like bearish wave structure is going on. I mean, how is that crazy of an idea? It's not. This is bad. Bro, what? Already overdue? I'm just gonna...
You've been appointment YouTube TV for our household for the past 3.5 years, man. Just know some random dude in upstate NY appreciates what you do. Love you, gesture.
Wow, Charizard, thank you so much, man. Well, that does warm my heart, and is very nice, and I really appreciate the ongoing support and the very kind words, and it's an honor. It's an honor that I get to be here in front of anybody, all of y'all, and that y'all respect me enough to just listen to what I have to say. Though I am not one to make assumptions or to make calls, you know. That's the stuff that generates those big clicks. I'm just here to pretty much just the weather, right? It's a weather update on these markets and using traditional technical analysis. And we're using the price action. Price action is a really big part of it too. And the highs and the lows that correlate to inflection points can really help you maybe understand where something's going next, but certainly no expectations. Okay, so to me, it would be hands off no matter what until 426 minimum, but the trend's so bad. You're probably, and like, you know, I see an M shape maybe. What is that, 1272 where it reacted? It is. Wait, no, good. It's so bad, man. No, I didn't. Probably 113, but I'm saying it's like you would look at it like this and be like, what? 56, lower high, that means, my God, dude, that's a freaking crab pattern, and you wouldn't believe it. Maybe a 1272, but it doesn't even make sense on the 1618 because it's below zero. So yeah, I mean, I would wait 420 or nothing. I don't really care what happens next. That means like 25% downside. Yeah, engulfed on Friday. Stem. Okay. You get it back above 739, we're on to something. We got some big things cooking. We could be great, dude. But
bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
let's see here. Let's see. I get, dude, we got to do it, man. I got to go to Jupiter coin. Not enough other requests. Let's just get this over with. I'll just say it like that. Hey, dude, can't say that level wasn't respected. All right, viewer discretion is advised if you have children in the room, or if you just have a low tolerance for stupid stuff. This will be the time to maybe mute the mic. You can watch. Probably be kind of funny to see how stupid I look, but I'm a sound even stupider, and it will not be a good impression. Okay, you've been warned. I'm giving you seconds to... You can't be annoyed if I'm warning you that I'm about to do it. I do it, you hear it and get annoyed. That's on you. It's your fault. Still waiting for the laggards. You have no right to be pre-annoyed. You cannot be pre-annoyed. You cannot be annoyed and warned. All right. I don't know if I can do it. I think this is it, man. I don't even know, man, if it is or not. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Add a little drama to this. I don't know if this is it. No, that's not it, dude. There's this one song I want to hear, but I don't know the name of it. Yeah, I don't think I can get it, man. Oh, maybe this is it. Okay. Yeah, it was like this thing I saw and I thought it was hilarious and it like fit really well. All right, may not even be funny. Okay. Okay, here we go.
I told you on Jupiter Coin that we were gonna see 4/10 of 1 penny, man. It was not the cream of the crop. It was not gonna go to the top. It was only gonna go down to Brown Town. Somehow the buyers defended the asset at the level of 4/10 of 1 penny, man, but the asset went all the way down to 3.4/10 of 1 penny, man. You betrayed me, man. You betrayed me by going long and not an inflection point. And I got nothing to say to you, man. That's just the first time it hit the level. You should wait for a second test. We gotta wait for that confirmation at those levels, man. What you wanna see, man? Some sort of back test or spree here. But we're gonna burn. We go to Jupiter's moons, man.
Okay, that's it, dude. All right. It was funnier. It was funnier when I had dreamed about it. Get the music going again. Oh my god, so bad. So that's it. I mean, imagine, like, you know, you can't be annoyed. It was a warning signal. So yeah, though, for real, Caleb, man, right? That's your first reaction since you saw it, since you tested it in December of 2022. So 8 months later, you want confirmation.
Ticker, yes, I like the weekly, thanks.
Yes, EOSE.
Anybody want to buy some EOS?
That's exchanges for 5 years. Made that meme. Wasn't much of a hit, but I thought it was funny to myself. And that's all that matters.
Is Jupe going to the Andromeda Galaxy before V?
No. I don't think so. Because YFI is the one that, like, on the weekly has a confirmation low, like a second low. This is a joke, dude. Yeah, I'll wait for back test if you're blessed enough to receive. If not, what are you gonna do, man? You gotta have a system. System is okay. Buyers defended, so fine. Let them do whatever they're gonna do, and let it draw down, and let us get something like this. Then we'll get divergence maybe of some sort. You gotta have, and then maybe you can strategize your entry and stop loss easily. So you're getting there, but just a little bit more things have to happen. All right. Scalper, yeah, it might be, it seems like it was pretty good for a scalper, right? The ones that don't, they're the riskier traders. They're the ones that just, they have their limit buys set up at these ice lines, and then these moves happen while they're monitoring the trade because they're scalpers. And that's the thing, I don't like that, because when you're doing that and the price is at 3.519 tenths of 1 penny and you're long and you're taking on a massive L, you have no idea when this thing's going to recover during that day. That's why I'm like, I'll wait for them to do all that, react, and then let's reverse on the more, you know, powerful back test, right? It's a higher low maybe and not as violent, okay? Anyway. I don't know what I was saying. This is in Browntown. I don't know. I was trying to rhyme because, yeah, he did that. He would do that. EOSE on the weekly for William. Thank you, dude. Yes. Now. Bet his money. EOS Energy Enterprises. Is this the rich man's EOS? Not real. Never mind. I take that back. It's more like the composite operator has finally had enough and said, you know what? I'm beginning my accumulation campaign. A few levels, right? I like it. It's kind of like XRP, right? XRP bottoms out and it takes a effing year or 10 months and then rallies and all of a sudden starts making higher lows. Same high, higher low, then a higher high. Whoa, then a higher low. Okay, all right. We're onto something here. You know, that's a crazy dump right there, but look where traders settled up versus where the price went intra-day. I mean, that was a bad day, but in the end, when the dust settled, look, you're above the 200 moving average. You're still making a higher low than the previous lows with candle closes. I mean, everything's kind of fine on it. Like, the composite man could still be accumulating here. By the looks of it, he is. He is. There's probably a demand line here. Yeah, I mean, good God, that's a freaking demand line, you know? And I'm just going like 1 and 2 here, and then you fell below, but then back tested it formally as support before rallying. And now again, like, just a bunch of stop loss triggers, right? Stop hunts. But then after the dust settled, a test and then a retest. I mean, that's a great demand line there, isn't it? So the big breakout, you know, on EOSE, you want to have an alert set up above 330 because that's the threshold. I mean, that's like,
let's basically force Maxwell to super chat.
Hey Maxwell, you hear that? You're being called out by, I believe, your brother. He already said you had a man bun, so you've been doxxed. We know exactly who you are. We know, and there it is, chat. There it is. Jesus chimes. The new day, the new week is upon us on Bitcoin and all of crypto. We will go to them now to look. We'll go to weekly on this first, though. So, I mean, actually pretty interesting. Composite operator vibes. 331 equals 473, above 473 for real. I mean, mother of God, that's like massive markup areas. I mean, that's, shoot, dude, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. What the? Yeah, so like above 473 is probably like $10. Nice looking asset for, I mean, up 13.69%. Bullish engulfing candle confirmed on Friday. Let's go to the weekly. He requested that. Yeah, it looks good. And actually looks like someone out there paying no attention to the man behind the curtain, accumulating a weekly bullish engulfing candle confirmed. Highest weekly close since mid-July. And on breakout watch, you would declare that breakout watch. Very close. Okay. Let's go to Bitcoin. Top of the hour. That's what we do, man. Did I already do that? What the? Yeah, I guess I did.
Bruh.
So there it is, chat. It is confirmed. Our traditional weekly close stream, candle close stream. A confirmed bearish engulfing candle. A confirmed weekly candle close below the 200 simple moving average. A confirmed bearish breakdown. Buyers unable to defend a key level from January and July or June of 2021. All three of these things confirmed. Some more follow through of the very real classic Class B bearish divergence playing out. And your highest level of negative momentum seen since, well, over a year now on the weekly. So those things happened. That would be discouraging and demoralizing. I understand that. But if you're being, and I don't trust, really, like, it's choppy and it's rough right here, okay? I'm just never going to be someone to be like, oh, I just got this feeling that Bitcoin's not going to hold and we're going to collapse to 20K, or I've got this feeling Bitcoin, the buyers are going to defend 25,350 and we're going to run. I'm not one to call it at all. I'm just showing you the levels and where we're at right now. Because, I mean, like, there's just not enough of what we want to see, right? To be able to make a discernible estimate of what's coming next. I mean, the weekly implied downside, but okay, well, the TA was respected. The downside just happened. Bitcoin dropping 10% in a week. Well, that's yep. It was implied. It was your second failed attempt to break a key resistance zone. Okay, confirmation. So roll over, and it did happen. But to the degree of which it marked down, did not threaten the trend yet, even though it's this effing close to, again, below the previous low. Because if it pivoted right now, it'd be the highest low of the entire uptrend. And then what preceded that, or what was before that, was the highest high. So there is no trend reversal yet. You can't say there is. And that's unfortunately where we are. Bitcoin is extremely oversold. My God, you know, 19, it hit 19. I think it was at 15 intraday that day. My God, but is it 21.5? So anytime an asset on the daily is at 20 something, the oscillators are nuclear. It might be a great spot for a little rally to occur, just so the asset can get out of oversold territory, get back above 30, and then stay in the bearish control zone, and then roll over later, and then we get the bullish divergence that we covet. So then we'd be like, all right, the sellers are actually really exhausted. So that means, like, right, we might be in store for some sort of sideways or upward movement next. And if we really wanted to take action on along with more conviction, you'd be wanting to see this. You'd be wanting to see bullish divergence. But you just don't have it yet, man. Not yet. It's like, is the asset showing us what we would want? No. Well, then it's really hard to come up with an argument for people that read charts to discern, like, okay, yeah, you couldn't convince anyone else that it's a great area. Just, again, this is like scalper world. You wanna trade that? You wanna trade multi-year lows on the RSI, lowest since the COVID crash, and it's at support? Yeah, I mean, go ahead, man. Do your thing. The trend is still your friend. You are still in an uptrend, and you cannot argue with that until 25.3 breaks, and we're talking there's follow through, and you're heading on down to 20K. So, Zachary B, thank you, dude. Thanks for being here. Thanks to everyone for being here, really. You know, I've been live now over an hour. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, and sub. Though, I mean, just hitting, if you're new and you're hitting the sub, you're just making sure that I stay above 69,000 subs, because that's the big one. If I fall below 69K subs, man, like, what were we even doing all this for? What was all the work put in for, you know? It's scalp territory.
I've lost a lot of money going against your thoughts.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. You know, sorry that happened, dude. I'm not telling people to, like, do something, right? I'm just telling you what my interpretation of what's happening on the chart is, right? I don't think traditional technical analysis is about making predictions at all. So that's where the methodology diverges from. I would say 90+% of traders do not think this way. They do not think like Mark Douglas and Paula T. Webb, where you're not using traditional technical analysis to predict a particular outcome. You're just using inflection points, and you're giving yourself a very marginal edge of a certain like increasing the probability of a particular outcome at that key level. That's all it is, man. And you cut your losers quick and fast and tight. And when you're at inflection points and you're showing all the things that I tried teaching that exist everywhere online, I just learned about them over 14 years and just trying to bring them here. Like when you're at the assets at that level and it's showing the variables we look for, and you have an argument, okay, then you're managing your risk very well. And there's a greater chance than 50% that you'd get that particular outcome. But you expect nothing. The only thing you expect when you take a long or short is that something will happen. Something. Mars, thanks for the sub, dude. But Doge, I did look at it earlier, and I think it's garbage. I'm sorry, man. Like, look, okay, we've been talking about what makes a trend a trend. Okay, we all kind of get that based on the stream and Doge. Here's a high, right? This represents how many people are involved with the asset. Okay, it's about the same. And that was in February of this year, then April. Same amount of market participants. But then, like locally, look, less market participants involved than before. And then it rolled over, made a lower low, less market participants, right? Even, look, a lower high again represents less than before, than before, than before, than before, than before. So the trend is still garbage. Anything below 6.5 cents, look at this May 2022 low, this March 2021 high. That is like hands off. Like, if you get back above that, all right, let's talk. And that could happen tomorrow, as early as tomorrow, because it's so close, but it just broke it. Classic distribution going on, triple topping, like miserable. I think, like, I mean, below 6.5 cents, I'm still waiting for a 4.2 cent test.
Is that a joint?
The low from February 2021. I'm still waiting for it. It's just bad, man. And Elon's not going to save you, dude. He's getting he's under investigation for doing the pump and dump on Doge. He's not going to risk anymore. He owns X now. He owns Twitter. Too much risk involved with tweeting about Doge again, right? Today would have been the day he would have tweeted about a Shiba Inu, right? Because Cheese or whatever, the dog, the meme dog died. Passed away like yesterday. It's like, that's it.
Mitch Ray selfies would be valuable NFTs BC that don't exist, bruh.
Valuable. I mean, what I meant, any NFT, and it costs you the price of the NFT just to buy it. That's garbage right now. NFTs are dead because of that. I stopped minting NFTs because, look, it's just another way for you to show support to the stream, but not when the facilitator of this whole thing, which is like OpenSea, which I think they're collapsing, but Rarible, right? Literally the same price. Oh, you get charged, say it's a $10 NFT. You get charged $10 in fees just to buy that $10 NFT. That's a joke. I don't want to participate in anything like that. That's a scam. Okay. So that to me, Doge, look, you're rejecting the 200-day simple moving average and you're below it. These are bad signs. These are not good. This is not a good thing. This is a bad thing. Now, when the price starts pivoting here, recapturing 6.5 cents, starts taking out the high from July, starts taking out the high from April and February, and then pulls back and makes a higher low than its previous discernible low, then we'll be talking about a trend reversal ongoing. But you understand that'll take months. It will take literal months for the Doge trend to reverse organically, like over time. Okay, for instance, okay, we go back and it's like, oh, nothing burger forever on Doge, right? But it's like, you know, a higher low got put in, then a highest high, then nothing for years. And then all of a sudden stuff started happening where you made the lowest low, right? Then you had the huge rally, and then a higher low got put in eventually, and then a huge rally again to make a higher high, and then it broke resistance, and then it consolidated above breaking out. So nice bullish consolidation, and then was gone again. I mean, it takes time for all these things to develop. And then even up here, man, like it was in an uptrend confirmed, and then sideways, but then look, bottomed out and then made a higher low locally and broke resistance and ran again because it was in an uptrend. You're not in an uptrend right now. You know, despite what happens, it could moon tomorrow. It doesn't mean it's in an uptrend right now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be screwing around Bitcoin below 25,350. I mean, that's just IMO. Like, that's just what I wouldn't be screwing around with it below that level. That's it to me, right? And I'm showing you why, in my opinion, I think that's literally the cutoff for if you were to own Bitcoin. If you were like trying to play it here, which is like, wow, you know, that's great, man. You can if you're doing it though. There's the low from May of 2022. Then there's the high from August 2022. You could even be really nice here and be like, all right, you know what, man? There's just a little bit more. Let's just say it's a zone. Like a high from July 2022, August 2022. Then right here, the candle close from February 2023. And then you can see, right, that swing low from just mid-June of this year. Okay, we'll call it a zone. That's how you would assess your risk. That's how you would manage it in this situation if you had the stones to do it, because it's not a conventional setup by any means, but it is Bitcoin, and it is stupid to just assume that buyers won't defend it. They defended it initially. I don't have faith that they will. I think you just weekly kind of. I mean, there's more downside, but it could hold though. But you see, right? Why that's why you'd be like, okay, I don't want nothing to do with this asset below 24.6. But yeah, 25,350 gives you a tighter stop. You lose less, but very well can see that. Remember, there is nothing implying. This is the issue. Why it's not a time to go long on Bitcoin based on traditional technical analysis. There is no seller exhaustion yet. It's just you are nuclear oversold. So you're just speculating that the oscillator would reset, that the RSI would reset, and you'd get to bearish control zone before falling to oversold again. That's all you have, and that's not a very strong argument, right? You want to see seller exhaustion applied. Okay, just, whatever. Three-month. The corn 3 month. Well, you still got a month. 10 days till it closes, but man, not really showing much, dude. Not kind of a nothing burger on the 3 month. Sure. You did. It's just easy, man. Like a cipher, right? A bearish cipher. It's either a 382 or 618 on B. That's the only way I would entertain a cipher now. Like just after, reading Scott Carney's books and understanding his thoughts on it. I used to be a lot more loosey-goosey with the cipher on the B point. But now it's like, if I'm even going to entertain the idea of a potential cipher, it's either the B point has to be within a 3 percentile differentiation of the 618. This is 58%. I think that's good. It's either 382 or 618. No 50%, nothing in between. And it's got to be almost perfect, right? 382 or 618, and that's it. That's close enough. And so that, and then pretty much a 1272 pip extension from the B to C wave. 1272 confluent with the 786, not too bad. 83% anyway. So, but then you add that with the that inflection point from September 2021. I mean, you're still in the uptrend. You're right. Here's your uptrend since October. Oversold, and the uptrend's going to be like $420.
Is that a joint?
But also 420, 422 is an inflection zone. That's, I think, the target. It's either 420 or 450. All right, broke 420, went to 450. Couldn't break it. Broke 450, but it was a failed bullish breakout, and it broke right back below it. And so it's okay. Headed to 420, the next level. That's it. That's Cypher. That's it, dude. Nice trend, though. I mean, it's a beautiful channel. I mean, I love the 1 and 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. But then you get all this hard line respect. And then where did it top out? Virtually at overbought in the uptrend, you know? So starting at the 2020 low. Oh, well, then it's not a real harmonic yet, right? This is a real harmonic that is like, it made it, right? Hit the PRZ. The bullish bat idea. 2020 low. 2020 low. Oh, yeah. Good God, yeah. Yeah, you could look at it like this is the B and C wave completing. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, of course, sure. We always talked about, you know, the 2020 downtrend was the A to B wave, okay? It completed. And then this year has been the B to C wave. And yeah, it could be the lower high. It could be the higher high, the 1272 to 1414. But if this was it, you know, 786, that's fine. He's talking about this. And that would be the most crazy thing ever. I mean, I don't even know if they would let this happen. Like, again, because this is, you're talking about the entire Western world, man. Has to have this chart continue up. They will flood. They will debase your currency, I think, all day before they would let the S&P 500 go to $246. It's just IMO. It's a rig game, rig system. They would rather the cost of food and housing, it'd be unaffordable, than let the 246 level be achieved. Yeah, that we would be in some seriously bad trouble. Like, think about it. All the boomers. I mean, how many boomers are retiring every day? Okay, so they're living. They're not working anymore. They're living off dividends and real estate. You know, and we know how real estate is. You know, they're renting to people. So all they have is virtually passive income every day, more and more of them. And so this chart right here, that's part of it. And so this thing starts collapsing. You start getting down to these crazy levels. Bravo in 2020. They will possibly exit the market and never return. And that will create a death spiral. 10,000 boomers retiring every day. That's all you need to know, man. So that's a 200% retrace confluent with the 886 too. So if that happens, man, it would be insane. Because you think, like, I don't think that housing prices will ever get back to COVID crash low levels, pre-COVID crash levels. I don't think they ever will. I don't think food prices will ever go back to pre-pandemic levels, price-wise, ever, never. But you're going to tell me that, like, this is the liquidity of the Federal Reserve. This is money they're printing out of nowhere and they're putting on the balance sheet. Are they going to take away 88% of all the money they put on the balance sheet? You're never going to know. Like, you never know. But like, if you take away this whole thing where it's real, like that's how it works now, zombie market. Yeah, I mean, valid idea. A bearish dragon pattern, if anything. Bearish dragon. Well, there's the demand line. You got a long way to go. $408, and I think that would be, people be panicking by then anyway. The meme though of the day, my favorite, I saw this, love it, and I asked my buddy who's a floor trader on Wall Street, asked him if he felt the same. He said yes, and this is the meme. Okay, I sent him. I posted in the general chat too. If I could find it. I don't even know how to use this stupid Discord search thing. It's so weird. How do I do it, man? I don't know. Wait, I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. Okay, so this is the meme of the stream. Okay, this will get you going through the week. All right. Let's see what September brings. We still got another 10 days, so it's not there yet. But to me, this is artistic and iconic, and I think this could be what September brings after such a great, unstoppable 7 months of prosperity and moonage. Okay, they don't know I'm going to eat them. Try to bleep out the curse word. All right. Everyone knows that meme, right? If not, read up on it. I'm sure there's a book on memes. Yeah, and I don't really like the IWM. I mean, it's like another lower high for the third time. Now it's like triple top. Like, at some point it's got to give. I mean, I know there's higher lows, and I know we could say it's contraction, but dude, remember what was happening before the three highs that are about the same? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So prevailing trends down. Secular trend, secular downtrend, and then you just have consolidation for a year, and it's just sideways. And it's like BNB almost, like, right? Like you look at this and you say, okay, it was bad, and then it's sideways. All right, maybe it's gonna be okay. Piercing line reversal on Friday. Maybe we're gonna be safe, dude. But just think about this, man. You don't think like if an M shape, those predictable study patterns first identified in the 1920s by H.M. Gartley. I mean, if you believe any of that on an index fund, I mean, like you've got a long way to go. An 88% retrace is 112 on the IWM. 127, that makes plenty of sense because that's a low from the volatility crash 2018. 127.49, 786. Look at that. That makes lots of sense. And if not, 144 makes tremendous sense too for a test eventually. So I just don't really have much confidence on an asset that this happens and then it goes sideways. And then that's enough time to get retail and dumb money complacent, where they think, I'm not afraid anymore. They're Macaulay Culkin. They walk outside, they're home alone, but then there's the guy sweeping the streets. It gave them enough time to not become afraid, to get back in, to dip their toes back in, but they forgot all about the lower highs, lower lows that were there, that were created before this nothing burger market. Okay, so I mean, we do a 1929 stream. But it's on it's October 24th, because that was and I mean, we could do October 19th or October 24th. October 24th was like the scary. The crash had already begun, but that was the scariest day. 1920, and I was there, kiddo. I was there. Okay, I'm telling you. Just kidding. I was reading my tape ticker reader. Okay, my Thomas Edison ticker tape reader. It was amazing, man. Those were the good times. Back when they had mercury in the absinthe, that really did it, man. That was the best. So yeah, just, you know what it's all about, man. It's all about the levels. We're currently at one. We've tested it again. There's no lower lows yet. You just know how to manage your risk. I don't think you want anything to do with Bitcoin below this 24/7, 25,350. All right, so I'll leave y'all to it. I make sure I don't have any requests or anything. I do got to say that we had a few new people join and renew the Patreon/Citadel membership. I want to give a big shout out to them and a nice Jesus Chimes. And so it was, hey, Chillwave, thank you for the 8 months of support, man. Crypto Stenographer, also 8 months. Rudolph, 8 months. All y'all, thank y'all for the 8 months of support. 100% crowdsource stream. It's the only way. If you don't support me, I don't have affiliate marketing scam links to send y'all, or I don't monetize on YouTube. So it's just y'all and my trades. That's it. Us against the world, like literally. All right? Because they, YouTube, Google, they'll never promote me or push me because I'm not making them money outside of the super chats, whatever. But no, monetization's off, and it's been off forever. So, all right. So I'll just be back. Thanks for coming out, everyone. And I'll just talk to y'all later. So until next time, respect the T.